Sometimes we gotta go back in time and just laugh at the situation we were in. Once upon a time, I was 18 years old, going to school and working part time at a grocery store. I was working part time and going to university, and I was made fun of for working a job. Isn't that crazy? I was around the wrong crowd and environment where the people wanted to get rich fast and they did illegal activities. They sold drugs, they scammed, they stole. And I was one of the few people who worked an honest job. Isn't that actually nuts and crazy how their mind was at the age of 18 and 19? Aren't you supposed to be working at that age? Aren't you supposed to stay down until you come up? Aren't you supposed to put in all that hard work? Like when you have the most energy, you're supposed to be working and trying to find a business and trying to get skills and trying to save up money. But instead, some people in this environment wanted to steal and sell drugs. And now 10 years later, a lot of those people are in a worse place than they were. A lot of them are fighting legal battles. They're in jail, or they handicap themselves because of the past mistakes they made. But I was one of the few people in that environment that worked a job, and I went to school. A few years later, I didn't really finish school. I dropped out, but I started working 9 to 5. I gained skills in sales and things like that, and tech, a little bit of sales here and there. And a few years later, I just built my own company. It isn't the best company in the world, but it's still a company. I work for myself at the end of the day. And I'm just thinking about the time where I was made fun of for working a job at 19. And if you're watching this video and you have a job, if you're around people that make fun of you for having a job and going to school, just laugh at them back, bro, because that's what you're supposed to be doing. Just don't even associate yourself with those people. Those people are going to hold you back, and those people are going to get you to do things that you will regret 10 years later, 15 years later. Those people might even make you do things that you'll regret 20 to 30 years later. It's actually that bad. A lot of those people are going to be struggling 10 to 15 years later. They're going to ruin their life. Just because they want to get rich fast, like the government, like the police are not playing around with drugs. They're not playing around with scamming and stuff like that. And it's actually very messed up. Like, it's absolutely normal to struggle when you're 18 and not get paid much. It was a bit easier 12 years ago. I know now it's harder, bro. It's harder. Women expect more of you. Society expects more of you. They want you to get rich by 23, 24. They want you to be a millionaire by 25. But it's like, bro, what can you do? There's not much that you can do. Like, it's like getting rich by 25 is less. It's like a 1% chance or less. Even if you work hard, even if you work smart, you're supposed to be getting rich. Like, honestly, if you get rich by 30 or 35, you're doing well. Even if you get rich by 40, you're doing well. Most people become a millionaire in their 50s. It's actually crazy. Like, you're scrolling down, you're seeing people get rich. Back then, even this was like in 2015, 2016, when I was working a job, like, I used to see people flex like $30,000, $40,000 worth of cash, and it wouldn't even be their own money. It would be like drug money that was put up together. It would be the re-up money, and it's crazy. It made me think, oh, I was behind, but I wasn't. Like, all this negativity, all it does is just put negativity in your brain. It makes you want to compare yourself to scammers and trappers. It's like, bro, why would you compare yourself to people that make illegal money? People that make haram money, illegal money, they're doing the absolute most. They're taking the most risks. And at the end of the day, 100 of these people that keep taking these risks, 95 of them are going to end up in a way worse situation. At the end of the day, life is a marathon. It's not a race. It's not a 100-meter sprint. It's a 5-kilometer, 20-kilometer marathon. It's that's what it is at the end of the day. It's a 40-kilometer race, not a 500-meter sprint or a 200-meter sprint. You're not supposed to get to the 6th gear right now. You're supposed to go slowly. You're supposed to cruise, enjoy the moment, enjoy the ride. You're supposed to gain your skills as you go. At the end of the day, this is not it, bro. I know women your age are, if you're especially in your young early 20s, women your age are dating men in their late 20s and early 30s, and they're dating people that are providers, and that have six figures, making six figures a year. But if you're not making six figures a year at the age of 18 or 19 or even in your early 20s, it's not the end of the world, and that's absolutely normal. It's absolutely normal. Like, if you ask your parents at what age they started making six figures, or if they have, assuming, most of them would say like in their early 30s or mid 30s. Like, that's what most of them, that's what's normal. We lost the idea of normal, where you want to be the best in everything we would want to do. We want to speedrun it. And even when you do, you're going to ruin your mind. Like, if you're doing things every day, you have to expect, like, you have to realize it takes years of consistency, of okay to be at the bottom. It's okay to not have everything, You got to teach yourself that. You have to be okay with just paying the bills, getting stuff done, and just, be consistent for 2-3 years. And then the fruits of the labor will come. And sometimes it's even 5 years you got to wait. So yeah, knowing what I know, I wouldn't associate myself with people like that again. I was young, I was dumb, but thank God I was not as dumb as them. Like looking back at it, getting made fun of for working a job when I'm 18, 19, it actually blows my mind, like how stupid people are. But yeah, that's just the video. It's a very short video. I just want to tell you guys that whatever you're doing, if you're young, if you're working a job, if you're gaining skills, keep doing what you're doing. It's okay. It could take 5 years. It could take 7 years. Just obviously don't be working at a grocery store till 25, till 30. If you are, it's okay. It's okay. Just have a bigger plan. Have a bigger vision. And yeah, guys, just don't get distracted and don't let people's opinion around you make you want to get money fast, because it's not worth it, and it's not idealistic, it's not sustainable. What is sustainable is getting money while you're young, just to pay your bills and gaining skills so you're better off when you're 30 and 35. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Wanted to share a story I had with you guys that was going through my mind. But yeah, thank you guys. Peace.
Enemy contact at Bertha. Losing objective Caesar. Enemy contact at Bertha. Caesar is taken. Counterattack.